Hi, everyone. Yes, you can eat those now. What are they, Ella? They're balls. They're little, I guess you can say little raw balls. We put dates in there and sunflower seeds and some oats and what else? Some vanilla and some cocoa, and that's it. And they're delicious. And I've kind of found that if I'm going to do a talk like this and when she wants to be part of it, that allowing her to have a little snack helps her to be present and with us all. So thank you to everyone who is here and who will be joining us as I kind of share a little bit here today. I kind of have a direction for the communication, but as always, I'm open to the spontaneity of it all. So throughout this process, as I kind of share about my program and some other things that are going on, bring forward your questions. Ella's saying hi. She's welcoming everybody to the room. Hi, everybody who's coming in. See all those green people over there? That means they're in here. And so, yeah, you can always say hi when somebody else pops up. Thank you. And so, yeah, ask any questions, have some comments down below. I welcome all of it. So the main reason why I wanted to pick up the camera today and to share live with all of you guys was because tomorrow I am offering a course / program for Whole and Healthy Kitchen. And this is actually, if I must be honest, the very first program that I'm offering through Whole and Healthy Kitchen. And so I feel like this is kind of the beginning of some amazing experiences that we can have together as a group and as a tight-knit community that comes together with the purpose of transforming our kitchens, and not just transforming our kitchens on a physical level, but allowing ourselves to also transform our mindset, to transform our workflow, and to bring the sense of like love and ease and joy into the cooking experience. I found like the reason why I wanted to start Whole and Healthy Kitchen to begin with, and the reason why I feel all of these like programs and webinars are coming forward is because I really, really, really believe in the power of food and communication to bring people together. I'm not sure if you guys can see the camera, but it looks like it's glowing right now. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but it's definitely for us. Do you see that? Yeah. That's amazing. I don't know if that's good or not good, but I'll just, there, it's back. That's okay. So I feel like, where was I going with that? That the reason why I started all of this to begin with was because I really believe in the power of food and communication bringing us together, and that there is nothing more sacred than being able to have a safe space around the kitchen table that brings everyone together, where you can share over a meal, where you can communicate about your day, where you can meet in that same place, in that safe space, and to really allow more bonding between the family to happen. And I feel, see, is it delicious? And I just feel like I want to bring back that sense of home, that sense of closeness to our families, because if we don't have strength and closeness within our families, it just falls apart in our businesses, it falls apart in our life, it falls apart in our world. And so I really want to bring back that love in the home. And to me, I feel like a lot of the way I express my love, you know, the most, or at least the top of my list, is through the food that I make. And so I've really learned how to have a healthy and whole and loving relationship with food. And so everything that I've learned that comes from, you know, understanding how to use my mind, how to find a state of ease and grace and motivation and inspiration to cook every day, and the actual fundamentals of what a workflow looks like in the kitchen that really, really works, and what it looks like to, are you sharing? Or are you just watching a movie? And also the fundamentals of nutrition, and it's back, the fundamentals of nutrition and how to eat food that is given us by God and that is found in nature and that allows our bodies to be nourished and healed. You want a toy? Yes. Okay, you can run and go get one and come back if you want. Okay, she'll be right back. So go this way. Go. She'll be back. And so like, this just sparks me up and it makes me so happy. And okay, bring it over here. Bring the whole thing over here. And I really want the same feeling for everyone else, you know, and so I want to be able to teach everything that I've learned in the most concise and practical and easy way, and that's why I'm doing stuff like this program tomorrow. And so I want to offer it to everyone, and actually you'll see in the links that she's back. that there's a little bit of a coupon code that I put up there that you can use to sign up to the program. And that could be you or for any of your friends or family that could benefit from something like this. But it literally is an experience of 21 days where we are together, and it is a deep dive that I'm taking us through. So 21 days is the beginning that marks the changes in our habits. So if you stick to something for 21 days, you're bound to change your habits. And yet at that time, that is when you just start to reach the peak of realizing, oh my God, this is working. Oh my God, I can do this. Oh my God, there's a sense of joy. And so that's the place I want to take you to, but I don't leave you there. For the next 6 months after that, I'm still by your side, and I'm holding your hand, and I'm there with you to help you to keep what you kind of developed during the 21 days together at the foreground of your mind and at the foreground of your experience. And so during these 3 weeks, we are going to be going through a lot of different things. Let me pull up my outline for 1 second. Can I pull this up for 1 second? You're not going to be able to see yourself. But the first week, we are going to be discovering the new habit that we want to implement into our kitchen. And at the same time, we are going to be going through a process of asking ourselves, what is the state of being that I must have to bring forward this new habit? So it is very practical. We do a lot of exercises. We do a lot of mind training. We do a lot of activities that are practical in nature, so that you have the experiences that make you want to keep up with these changes, that they're not just rhetoric. It's not just ideas. It's not just me talking. It's literally experiential. So, oh, you didn't want that big date? Okay, we'll be done with that one. And so like another big part of this first week is uncovering the stories that you're telling yourself that might be preventing you from being in the kitchen all the time, which I think is really important. We must bring the darkness to the light. We must become aware of the thoughts and the stories we're telling ourselves. So whether it's anything like I'm too busy, I don't have enough time, I don't know how to cook, I don't have the right kitchen, whatever the story is, we're going to look at that, and I'm going to offer you some tools and ideas of how to undo that. So along with the new habits, the understanding of your old story, you will then start to be able to create a new vision that becomes your goal, that becomes the anchor that will lead you to the reaching of that goal. And so that is just the first week alone. And then at the end of every week, we always have a live chat, which will be not just me talking, but you guys talking right back with me. And we'll be able to meet face to face online, and you can ask any questions, share about your experiences, what happened, that sort of thing. And those are like the most important part to me, where we actually come together and can join together. And then the second week is about body and mind shifts. Okay, this is where we're going to be discovering your why, because again, the why correlates with the goal. And actually, somewhere in A Course in Miracles, it talks about you can set the goal with the Holy Spirit, and He will help work with you to take the means to reach the goal. So that's kind of our whole point, is to learn how to kind of be in this place of allowing and of receiving and of giving what it is that we want. So we're going to get really clear on what we want. You will also like receive during the second week lots of like PDFs on just like the idea of whole foods, what that means, how it interacts with the body, learn about the digestive system. And another big component of this is the top 10 tools for transformation. So like I've put together a PDF that is like a tool set that you can use in any time of need. And so again, like my goal is always to remind everyone that everything starts in the mind, and then everything that happens in your kitchen or your body and your life is the effect. And so I want us to deal with the cause in the mind. So these tools for transformation, they start here with self-care and mind care, and then they extend to the rest of your kitchen. Perfect. Okay, go see Daddy. That's awesome. And so that is like a big part for me, is giving you tools that you can take with you after this experience is done together. And of course, there's lots of meditations that I offer, also exercises on different like food sensations to really become aware and conscious of what's going on in your mouth and in your body and your digestive tract. We're really trying to bring conscious awareness to everything. And then the third part is where we take everything that we've learned and discovered and undone for those first 2 weeks into the practicality of working in the kitchen. So this is where you literally get to discover, what does your perfect kitchen workflow look like? What does it feel like? What will you be doing? When are you going to do the meal prep? When are you going to, schedule in the specific meals? And this is also when we get to discover, your top 7 to 10 meals that you want to put on your rotation. So you're not constantly having to think about what you're going to make, but instead you already know ahead of time. You've thought things through, you're prepared, you've planned ahead of time. And this allows you to almost take control of your life, like be on top of your game instead of just getting home after a really busy day at work and be like, bah, what am I going to make? You know, and I don't want you to spend a lot of the time in the kitchen. I don't want it to be this crazy effort that you have to put into it. I really want you to find the sense of ease and grace and inspiration and spontaneity and creativity and flow in your kitchen experience. So this means you have to have your soul, your mind, your body, your action steps in alignment with one another. And so that's what we work on together in this third week, is making sure everything is aligned, and it's aligned to your highest will, like your highest good, your highest goal. And so this is what we work towards together. And so I know 21 days is a short period of time, but the reason why I wanted to do this is because I wanted it to be an intensive to show you that you can do it. And so this is literally like the beginning. There's going to be so many more of these. It's never going to be offered as cheap as it is now because this is one of my first ones. But like, I feel like this is something that we can build upon and we can grow upon and allow our community to really expand through these experiences together. So that's really, really exciting for me. So I'm just going to kind of scroll down here, see what any of you guys said. See here. Oh, you noticed the thermal colors. Yeah, Tanya, I know. That's so funny. I'm glad it's back to normal. Hi, Carrie. Hi, everybody else who's come in the room. Ah, hi, Robin. So hi, everybody who's come into the room now, or you come in later to watch this. I'm just really sparked up about this, and I really trust that those that are meant to be part of my community and those who are meant to take part in these courses and whatever it is that I offer will find me. Like, I know on every level of my being that this is part of my function to play on earth, that this is what I'm supposed to do. And I would have never thought this like 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Like, oh my God, you wouldn't catch me in this position. I definitely wasn't confident enough. I didn't believe in myself enough. But I feel like I've gone through enough transformations in my own mind, in my own life, in my own workflow, in my own experience, that every ounce of my being is saying it's time to give back, it's time to serve, it's time to help. You have so much to give. And so I've also noticed through this process that there are moments when fear rises, and yet this is also an opportunity for me to apply everything that I have been teaching over this last decade. And so I also realized that, you know, through this process of letting myself be honest with how I feel, I'm learning so much. And so it's a real blessing to be in this position and to be doing what I'm doing. And so I know those who are meant to be part of my community will feel this, and they will see this, and they will want to be part of this with me. And I've been trying to figure out how to make, you know, something available to people where I can really work with them, like on an intimate, close, like level where, you know, we really can feel supported and stuff like that. And I've realized that doing it in the context of a kitchen, you know, with the goal of having a whole and healthy kitchen, like, is where it's at, because all of the metaphysical spiritual themes that I've kind of thrown out there over the years are now made practical in our kitchens, in our homes, in our lives. And that just makes me so happy, because I know that when we bring conscious awareness and love to the food that we make and the meals that we serve, we are literally helping the planet, you know. And that's why for me it's so important to keep, you know, where my food comes from in mind, and to keep it as whole and untouched as possible, because I really do believe that our creator has given us everything we need in thought, in food, in action, in things of form that we might need. And so I look at that in the context of actual food as well, and that it doesn't need to be processed, it doesn't need to be, you know, changed, it needs to be natural. And I feel like I've learned mega tools and mega ways to make that natural food taste amazing and be really, really inviting. But the amazing thing about the Whole and Healthy Kitchen approach as well is that it's completely non-judgmental. So like, I don't want to put any label on what I do other than it's whole and healthy, and that if there are people who feel like they work better with meat and then it works better in their body, or, you know, there's certain types of food that resonates with them more than others, I want them to do that. Like, I would never change that. I mean, for us and our family, like, a vegetarian style of living really works really, really well. I am in love with legumes. I am in love with beans. And so like, I've really found a knack in that area and want to teach it. but I also encourage people to listen to themselves and to listen to their own heart and listen to their own body and listen to what it is that they need. And so I think that that's also very, very important. And so, yeah, I guess if I can tackle, any more here, I think I've definitely shared, my why, wanting to bring people together around the kitchen table and wanting to make a difference in our lives, our families' lives, and then the world at large. And I also feel like the reason why I'm doing this is because family is everything. And in our busy world where we're always working all the time and doing so many things, sometimes sitting around the table can be some of the most sacred times and moments. And I really want to cultivate that and bring that back to it being okay, and that like being a homemaker is okay, and being home with your children is a beautiful thing. And so like I also want to help people to find the balance that when they are working, like myself, I'm crazy busy working all the time, that you can learn to find that balance and navigate your life and find a workflow that works for everyone, so you're not always so burdened and so overwhelmed. And so, yeah, I feel like in all of these ways, what I'm offering can help people. And so I trust that if this speaks to you, you will sign up for my program today. The links are definitely listed there. And also, if you feel like this could be something that anybody that you know could benefit from, I thank you for sharing with them, because, I can't always reach everybody through my network, but I trust you that you can. So just like thank you in advance for spreading the word and sharing this to whoever you feel it might be able to touch and help. Hi, John. Hi, Amy. Um, Beautiful, Amy. Yeah, I would love for you to put the program into practice in your home and for your family. Like even you just saying that, like makes my heart soften. Like that's what I want more than anything. And I feel like we seem to be, or at least my community is seeming to attract moms and like attract families and people who have others to take care of other than just themselves, and to realize that that's a big purpose. Like that's a big deal to have to think about nourishing your family 3 times a day. It's like another job on top of all the other jobs that we already have. And so that's why like my main objective is to make it as simple as possible, as healthy as possible, as fun as possible, because it can be fun. It really, really can be fun, and a bonding experience between you and your family. And so that means a lot. So yeah, Amy, I would love to have you ask me any questions if you have any more. I have the link down there if you wanted to sign up. It starts tomorrow, if I haven't said that already. But the thing that's amazing about this too is it's happening online. So you guys like can be in your PJs, you can turn it on, you can read it at your own leisure. I have lots of videos contained within it all. And I've tried to make the content as digestible as possible. So even though it's jam-packed, and even though it's kind of like an intensive, it's also as simplified as possible, and I try and have it under 15 minutes each day. And so I've tried to keep my busy mamas in mind, because I know how much even I already have on my plate, that adding more onto it seems like a lot. But my main objective with this is for you to know that it's not more work, that this is to help you to simplify what you're already doing. So it's to help you save time. And of course, I'm all about saving time. So yeah. Oh, beautiful, Amy. I'm so glad you're going to sign up today. I'd love you to be part of my community. That's amazing. So thank you. I look forward to seeing your name on the list and seeing you tomorrow. And then every week, at the end of the week, we meet for lives as well. So we have a nice kind of community where we meet online, and so we'll get to meet face to face as well, which will be great. That's kind of my favorite part of it. And you'll also get added into, we have a Facebook group that is also there, that is private just for us who's part of the program or course, so you can kind of share how you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're going through, and how it's going for you, and we all can kind of support each other that way as well throughout the week before we get to those lives. So, oh, hi, sweetheart. Good to see you, Tara. Good to see you. Um, so yeah, I don't know what else to say here. I kind of feel complete in what I came on to share. If there's anything else that you guys want me to say, feel free to ask. And if you're watching this later, feel free to just write in the comments. I definitely see those even at a later time, so I can respond to the best of my ability. But thank you everyone who showed up. Thank you for everybody who's here or watching later. I look forward to more people signing up for the program and being part of this amazing experience. And yeah, so thank you for your time. I love you all. Have a beautiful day. Bye.